Hello everyone, this is Direwolf20 and welcome to episode 10 of Factorio. I am currently working on a little bit of a production line. Oh, don't tell me you can't do that. Terrible, Factorio. Terrible! Don't do that to me! What is this guy doing here? Okay, so I'm trying, and failing clearly, to do something that I might need to do. Let's try it like this. Do I have any more of these red guys? Sure. Yeah, that's not going to work too well either, is it? You know what I could do? I should be able to actually do this. I'm trying to clean up my wiring a little bit. That's not terrible, right? Yeah, not terrible at all. So now I should be able to do something like this. There we go. And then that. Cool. So I'm working on making some things. Last episode, we talked about potentially going over and fighting some of these biters that keep attacking us because, wow, are they getting annoying. They keep coming over here, they keep attacking me, and it's terrible. So I've been researching some weapons. I crafted myself a shotgun and some shotgun shells, and I'm currently researching shooting speed upgrades and damage upgrades and other cool stuff. And what I'd like to do next, I made a rocket launcher. Ooh, sounds fun. And because I've got that, I could get explosive rocket. That sounds cool. Right now I did rocketry. But what I want to craft and try out is a simple rocket. In order to craft these, we're going to need explosives. Now, explosives are made in a chemical factory with sulfur, coal, and water. So you'll notice that I've tapped into a water line here, and I've got coal going and sulfur. So this should be pretty straightforward and easy to get this going. In fact, let me move you, well, kind of like where you are. But I don't think I'll be able to... I don't think this will count. Nope, didn't think so. Not ideal. But the water line here is kind of what's making me want to stay where this is. So maybe I can do something like... And Soren's going to yell at me, I know. But that's what he gets for not being here. You guys tell him. Yeah, Soren's unfortunately not here today, but he said he'll be here for the next episode, so we'll see if that's true or not. I think he will be, though. So there we go. We've got that cooking, and now we should be able to get a chest. Maybe I'll make this a provider chest. That might not be a terrible idea. I think I just crafted one, passive provider. So what I'll do is put that here with this here. Cool. And we'll limit it so it can only create one stack of explosives so it doesn't go crazy. But now we've got a chemical plant creating explosives for us. And if I wanted to, I could tell this guy to keep a handful of explosives on my character at all time so I can craft rockets whenever I need to. So we'll do like 30? That sounds good. So robots obviously coming over here bringing me explosives because they're awesome little robots that do exactly what I want them to do. Nice. And now I should be able to craft some rockets. Cool. So rockets aren't terribly bad to craft. I might automate the creating of rockets later, but at least for now, I've got the ability to craft them, where a minute ago I didn't, because you obviously have to create the explosives here in the chemical plant. So maybe the next thing I'll research is explosive rocketry. I don't really know what the difference is. Oh, the other thing I researched? Yeah, capsules. These guys are cool. There's a combat version of robots, which I just figured out how to make. The other thing I want to research here in a moment, as soon as shotgun shell shooting speed is complete. That doesn't look too bad. Is a new tool belt. I think that's an easy one to research too. I want to have kind of like a combat tool belt and a building tool belt. So if we take a look at tool belt here, it's only 50 each of the green and red, so real easy. What this does is give you a second layer of tool belt down here, so you can actually have 2 sets of things on at all times. So I want to have basically a tool belt for combat and for non-combat. So I've got weapons here. You can cycle between your weapons on the bottom right by just hitting Q. So I kind of want to test out the rocketry. I don't know how good they're going to be against the alien bases, but it might not be a bad idea to try them out soon. Let's grab a few gates. Which one keeps attacking me? I think down south we've got some annoying nuisances. So I'm going to hold off on you for a minute, and then I'll get 3 more after this, get some gates up, and then we should be cool. I'm going to sneak down there and see what kind of fight we can get. So right now I've got personal laser defense. I've got a small energy shield. It's not a great one. Oh, you know what else I did? I did make a couple more solar panels. There we go. So now I can produce a little bit more energy. Ah, not what I wanted. Cool. Let's go see what we got. So I'm going to try my shotgun against these guys, and I'll also get ready to bring out the combat robot. So if we look, we might see... Yeah, that's a rock. There's some biters. Alright, this is not going so well. Alright, that really did not go well. We might want to head back home, heal up, and try this during the daytime, because that really did not do well. A couple biters, and that was not ideal. So I'll come back in a minute here, maybe research some better weapons. The shotgun wasn't bad. I wouldn't mind trying the bullets a little bit better. Oh good, we have lots of explosives on us, and maybe we're going to want some better, more shielding maybe? I don't know. And I could probably, if I did this, fit another personal shield here. That might not be a bad idea. Let me craft one more of those. It should be easy to craft, because I should have the advanced circuits I need. So I'm keeping myself supplied with them. You know what else I could do? I'm going to keep myself supplied with these, and I'm thinking like 20? There we go. Go, robots, go. Nice. Alright, I'll come back in a minute once I've got some more weapons and maybe done a little bit of more research on weapons. You know what else I could do is maybe use some advanced piercing rounds. These are just copper plates and steel plates. That should be really easy to automate the production of. Maybe I'll do that, because I've got steel and copper right here, so I should be able to very easily. Do we have handy... Let me get rid of this thing for a minute. Do we have handy automation engine thing? That needs more iron. Right here would not be a bad place to put this thing. Yeah, that should work. So I can tell this guy to craft me some piercing rounds. And I've got a chest handy. That should be easy. Nice. Alright, while this is crafting, I will be back in just a minute, and what we'll do is see what we can do about the battle. There we go. Our energy shield is charged back up, and our battery's almost full. So yeah, let's get ready for this. I'm going to try this guy with these better bullets. Hopefully, this will be better. Alright guys, let's try that again. Of course, it is getting to be nighttime, but that's okay. We'll live. Hopefully. Here goes nothing. Heading down to that enemy base again. This time I've got the piercing round, so they should do... Wow, yeah, shotgun shells damage is definitely better than piercing rounds, but this one will shoot a lot faster, so hopefully... Yeah, not doing great. Almost. Nice. Took him down. Let's see what we got left over there. Yeah, some of these guys are definitely bigger and nastier than others. Can I only have one combat robot at a time now? Okay, good to know. Alright, taking out their base. Nice. And I snagged myself some alien artifacts. Awesome. Alright, so hopefully that'll help mitigate some of the attacks that we've been getting lately. That wasn't too bad. Could have gone better, but it's been a little while since I've played much with combat in Factorio, so I think things have changed probably a little bit since I last played. But hey, I'm not too worried because I took out an alien base. We'll come back in a minute. Alright guys, we're back. I've been doing a little bit of research, tweaking a few things in my base. Nothing too exciting, though I am telling this thing to keep about 100 steel plates in here at all times because I'm tired of carrying steel plates over to craft science pack level 3s. Though it does seem to be nighttime, and I was going to bring the fight back to the enemy, but maybe not during nighttime. But you can see I've just been rerouting things a little bit, upgrading a few of my conveyor belts here, making them go a little bit faster. Overall, I think the base is a little better. I did try and throw down some electric furnaces down here. Turned out not to be the best idea because when I decided to drop them onto the conveyor belt, like they were going on the left side of the belt, so they started intermingling with the iron there, and I just didn't like the way that looked. So I might need to find a better way to, you know, make a little bit more copper. But I mean, overall, we're doing pretty good right now. Yeah, our supply lines are not doing too bad. I could do with a little bit more resource-wise, but I'm not terrible. And I did want to try making a Mark II energy shield. I believe that's going to require, if we look at this guy, crafting it is 10 energy shields. So maybe I could get crafting on those while I wait. Nice. That is really not too bad. Mostly, you know what I could do even, is... because I'm going to replace one of the energy shields in here with the Mark II. Cool. So that'll just take a minute to craft. So we'll come back in a minute when that's done. And then maybe I'll research getting a Mark II battery as well, so it can store more energy. And I probably wouldn't mind a couple more solars. What do I need for more solar panels? Probably... what am I hurting on? 2 more solars, we'll say. And those will fit right here. Cool. So Energy Shield Mark II should be done in a minute, and then I'll start researching the battery. Again, it's all about protecting myself from those nasty fighters. I see there's a big base right down there. I'm hesitant to go attack there, just because I know that's probably going to be a tough fight. But we can get our battery equipment. What's involved in making the portable fusion reactor? It only really requires 30 alien artifacts. Maybe I'll research this guy right now, too. Yeah. 100 processing units. Holy cow. And it's a 4x4. Yeesh, that's big. But it's probably really worth it. So let's do batteries right now. Those are not too bad, just 10 batteries. That's cool. Now, what I should be able to do is, let's see. Yeah, we'll come back in a minute when my crafting's done. Alright guys, we're back. So I'm going to take one of these batteries out here, and I'm going to request, so it's going to craft 9 more of them for me. While that's cooking, let's go ahead and insert our new Mark II energy shield and see how it looks. Nice. So you can see I have a significantly larger amount of power going in there. I'll install my 2 more solar panels. That looks pretty good. Yeah. And then once we have the better battery in there too, that'll be nice. But let's go take a look up here in the north. I wouldn't mind a few more of those alien artifacts because that will definitely help me out. I think what I'm going to do, by the way, is swap this out. Let me put these in here, swap this like that. You go there, cool. And then we'll put our shotgun shells. Yeah, I'm going to hold off on the shotgun for now. I know they're pretty good, but let's go up north here and see what we can see. I should probably wait for my battery to fully charge before I attack these guys right up here in the north. Alright, here goes nothing. I can't wait anymore. Just going to deploy my drone. Hopefully I can get their attention. Oh, I got their attention. Oh, I got their attention. I'm running. That's all of their attention. That is not the attention that I wanted to get. Running back to base. Lead them to your lasers. That's always a good trick. Nice. Yeah, see what I'm talking about? Alright, now we'll sneak back up there. Hopefully that thinned out the herd a bit, and then I can take out their base. Alright, that did not thin out the herd as much as I had hoped it might. Doing alright, though. Drop out another one of those guys, and let's take out the base. Nice. Gotcha. Oh, there's another one there, too. Nice. Cool. Alright, definitely don't want to assault another base while my fuel is so low, or my energy, but I am going to install the Mark II battery that I just crafted. Cool. I might want to make another Mark II energy shield and another Mark II battery so that I have 2 shields and 2 batteries. Might not be a bad idea. But let's head back down here and see what's up. We're getting low on coal. That's not ideal. That's not ideal at all. I did have to make a new coal thing, but alright. Let me do this. We'll put a coal guy right here. And we'll say this to here. Cool. There we go. That should help with that, I would hope. And maybe even a second one. Let's make one more. This'll work. Nice. That should help out with our coal income. Alright, we'll be back in a minute, guys. So good news, guys. As a result of the fact that I now have some alien artifacts in my inventory, I can craft power armor. Nice. This may take a moment to craft, but trust me, it's totally worth it. And you'll see why. Power armor, which is pretty expensive, as you can see, requires alien artifacts, a lot of steel, electric engines, and processing units. Tons of stuff, but no big deal. I'm going to actually snag more. Oh, look, here come my robots to refill my inventory. That's right, guys. Fill up my inventory. Ah, they must have just been outside the range of where they can access. Yeah, cool. So I'm going to snag another set of electrical engines, which will kick off this whole processing line again. And now I should have power armor. Now I forget if it'll automatically work, but oh yeah, look at that. Look how much I've got in terms of inventory size here. So I'm going to equip my basic modular armor. I'm going to take all this stuff out. And I'm going to put it into here. Nice. So I've got my energy shields. I can put even my old Mark I in there. That's cool. I'll have a couple batteries going. And the laser defense. Nice. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is cool. So obviously we're going to wait for things to recharge. Let's see. Now that I've researched portable fusion reactors, I'm going to need a few more alien artifacts. Once I get those, our energy suit power problems will be a thing of the past. And I'll show you why in just a minute. Let me come back when it's daytime and my armor has recharged all the batteries and whatnot, and then we'll go fight some more aliens, get some more stuff, and have a good time. So guys, once again, my passive provider chest has been a little bit messed up. So what I've done is run some red wiring from this power line to these 4 items, the chest and the 3 inserters. I'm going to filter this inserter to only allow laser turrets, and we only want to keep about 50 of them in there. As a matter of fact, why aren't you making more? Oh, you need more batteries. Okay, that's fine. There we go. So we will say red wire condition on lasers less than 50. Cool. So if we remove this thing now, well, actually we should bring it back on because we don't want anything else going, but we'll see it in a minute. This guy is making these, so we're going to set the filter on him to be the repair stuff, and we're going to say repair pack less than 50. And this guy, obviously, his filter will be, and you don't really need to filter him because it's not like it can grab anything else, but we'll say less than, how many of these can we keep? I think it's like 100. Let's say 200. That should be good. So now I can remove this thing, and you'll notice that even though there's room in the inventory for it, it is not, going ahead and picking stuff up. It's only grabbing the electronic circuits, and up until the point where we have 200. So pretty nifty logistics that you can do with that. And I think we're almost to the point where my new armor, which is awesome, and I have a ton of space in, is about to be fully charged. So let's get ready to go fight some bad guys. I kind of want to check the map and see where there's a base. See, like, this looks like a pretty large base. I don't know if I want to go attacking that. This one looks not terribly bad, nor do these up here. So let's head north. I will meet you guys in a moment when I get up there. Alright, so on the way up here, I encountered a little raiding party from my little friends. Come on. Nice, 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 nice. Yeah, they hurt. But having 2 shields is definitely helpful. Uh-oh. I recognize that thing. That's like a little turret, that thing right there. Yeah, take that. Nice. Definitely using... The ammo is actually pretty good against these bases. Awesome. How much did I get? 46! That is cool. Let's get ourselves... we're going to need 100 processing units, so hopefully we've got those in the chest down here. Let's run on down. So you can see my shield currently very slowly recharging, and especially because it's nighttime, it's going to be even slower in a minute. But hopefully, if we get down here and have... I still need a few more. Let's put into here 50 of these guys. This will hopefully speed things up a little bit, and we'll come back in a minute when we've got 21 more processing units. Alright guys, we're working on crafting the last one here, so I wanted to have all my storage of power and stuff out of my suit, so you can kind of get an idea of how nice this is once it's in there. So let's see, I believe it was a 4x4, right? So we got to prepare a 4x4 area here. I might want to move 2, 3... This should be 4x4, right? So obviously a large power size, but let's take a look. I should be ready to craft it now. So if we head over here to our portable fusion generator, nice, it's crafting. That is cool. So you can see slowly charging up our power, right? Let's see what a portable fusion generator has to do for us. Oh yeah. By the way, it doesn't have to run during the daytime. It will run at night as well. So definitely much better power situation for our suit, and you can see our battery charging up very nicely as well. So that is awesome. What I'm thinking is maybe just ditching the solar panels and rearranging a few things to try and get like the optimum layout for this. But maybe a few more batteries. I just need more batteries and more. Well, I'm gonna have to wait for some more processing units to craft, obviously, because yeah, it's gonna be a while until we've refilled our stock of those. But we definitely have a very nice setup right now. I'm also researching alien technology, by the way. There is a fourth technology science pack that we're going to need for some of the really advanced stuff. And those require alien artifacts, but you have to research them before we can get them. So maybe now that I've got an awesome fusion reactor, I should go take the fight to these guys down here in the south and see what we can come up with. Because these guys, I think, are the ones that keep attacking my mining stuff, and I would like them to stop. All right, robot, let's go. Just going to do a quick save just in case and see what happens. Oh, there's a lot of spinners down there. Come on. Nice. Yeah. A rapidly recharging shield is awesome. Looks like I'm getting a little bit low on ammo, though. If I can at least take out this base, that would be awesome. Okay, time to run. Out of ammo. So we will go back down there in a minute. Alright, turning into daytime. I just got myself another stack of 100 ammo. Oh boy, they are definitely hurting. Nice, took out a base. If you take out their base, it reduces their spawning abilities. So they won't spawn as much, obviously, and that would be ideal. I'm liking the machine gun, I think. Cool. There are more weapons, by the way, like robotic drones and stuff that you can use to attack with, and we will be definitely getting some more of them soon. Nice. Man, this is a big base. These things hurt, by the way, in large numbers, so watch out when you're going into the base. You definitely don't want to get too close. Oh wow, I'm already out of ammo. That is hilarious. I mean, I have my personal laser defense thing, but yeah, I'm going to need more ammo. And here I thought 100 ammo would be a lot, and it was completely gone. What? Am I ready to make my exoskeleton thingy yet? Did I research that? I thought I just researched basic exoskeleton. That would be kind of a nice thing to have. Yes. Need a few more processing units and steel, but I might be able to pull that off. Let's come up here. Snag ourselves some steel. Alien technology is good. That's cool. How am I for processing units at this point? Hopefully a few of them have crafted, and if they have, then I can get myself something very cool. Oh man, we need a lot more processing units. Oh, no, we just got some. Drones are bringing them to us. Nice. So, basic exoskeleton? Cool. Thank you, drones, for refilling my ammo for me. And let's see if that exoskeleton, if I can get that to fit somewhere. What size is that? That is a 2x4, so it is tall. Ooh. That might be hard to fit. Let's see about... I feel like there's a good way I can do this. That's 2x3 that it gives me. 2x4. Alright, we will come back in a second. Let me rearrange things in here and see if I can sneak an exoskeleton into this thing. That would be nice. Ooh, wait, this might work. And then exoskeleton here. Nice. I knew I could do it. It'll mean one less energy shield, but I think that's okay. Cool. That allows you to run faster. Nice. Alright, let's go finish off that base before we have to wrap up the episode. A little bit faster running, never hurt anybody. It does, of course, mean... Oh, by the way, let's make some more of these. But I think we should be, at this point, ready to take out that base. There's just a few more of those little tower things, and then we'll be good. Nice. I definitely like the machine gun, but it burns through ammo like crazy. Probably partially because I have researched the faster shooting speed. There we go, and... Nice. See you later, guys. That is a lot of alien research point stuff. Cool. Meet you back at the base. Alright guys, so with that, I think it's time to wrap up the episode, but I'm currently researching follower robot count. Lets me have 2 follower robots. I'm going to do a little bit more research between this episode and next. We'll see what I can do. Oh good, I have rocket damage available to me. I can increase the damage of those rockets. That'll definitely help out. There's plenty more research to do. I might want to snag a flamethrower. That'll let me get flamethrowers and flamethrower ammo, which looks like it has to be crafted if it uses light and heavy oil. Yeah, we might check that out too. But yeah, definitely a bunch of cool stuff. There is a second tier of power armor. It requires, wow, 3 alien science packs per research times 150. That's a lot of alien science pack research. But it also requires a couple efficiency modules. So we will definitely need to upgrade these guys. But that'll get me a grid size of 10 by 10, which is pretty nice, considering this guy has a grid size of 7 by 7. So a much larger grid, meaning more armor and more, shielding and whatnot. So I will come back next episode, and hopefully Soren will be with us, and we'll be in good shape. All right, guys, take it easy.